Hey guys, it's your girl Rose. So, you might hear some background noise. My granddaughter is in the she's just in the mood to smile. Here she is. You see that beautiful face? Yes. Gorgeous, just oh my god. If you're gonna be a grandmom, it's okay. It's amazing. Anyway, right? Yes. Yes. So, this is my journey, right? How it all started, I guess. How did it all start? I remember being young and just her smiling at me is amazing. I remember being young and seeing all these therapists, and it was funny to me because they would prescribe me medication for my antidepressants, anxiety, all this stuff. Um, and I remember painting them and giving them back to my therapist and telling her that they were Easter eggs. I remember when I would get slapped around by my mom, my nose was so sensitive. I would start bleeding from my nose, and I would take the blood and just rub it all over my face. I remember her not really wanting us to do anything, her always wanting to keep us in the house. But I understood it, right? I understood it now. I didn't understand it then. You know, as kids, we bounced around with my mom. She was a strong woman. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. She's a strong woman. I saw my mom get a lot of beatings from a man who I called dad, who was such a pig. He would call me a spick, you know. And even in Puerto Rico, I lived there, went to school there, wasn't Spanish enough. I just didn't fit in many places. I have a very strong character, you know. Like I said in my first video, I'm gonna bounce. I tend to do that a lot. I never have a steady conversation because thoughts just rush through my mind. Yeah, I remember lying to my mom, telling her that we're going to hang out. No, I'm sorry, that we were going to church. Instead, we went and hung out, smoked some weed, ended up getting pretty much taken and not brought back and not let go for like 3 days. It was gang related. It was a scary moment. You know, there's times I thank God that my sister was with me. A lot of things we've been through together with her. After all that, I was with a man who I thought I was in love with. I was only 14. Surfer dude, looking dude, long hair, blue eyes, you know, just everybody wanted him. I remember me getting him. He cheated, and you know, it broke my heart, broke my soul, because I used to see my mom cheat, and it wasn't pleasant for me to see that stuff. And I never wanted that done to me. But it was, and, you know, I left him. Ended up with my kid's father for about 3 years. I remember leaving him, and my son was only 4 months old. And I didn't know I was pregnant with my second son. But I ended up going back with the first guy and having 2 children with him. So basically from the age of 14 and 16, I had, 2 men in my life. But I always wanted, the first guy I was with, Derek. That's his name, Derek. Robert is my first son and my second son's father's name. But Derek raised all of them, both of them, and I had 2 kids by him. Yes. And in the beginning, I would say it was tolerable. But then it got crazy. Growing up where you would see your mom get hit all the time, you kind of end up thinking that it's a normal life. That's just normal. You fight for everything and it's okay. Right? When realistically it's not. Right? Sorry, it takes me a minute to just gather my thought process when it comes to this stuff. There's a lot of hitting, and fighting, and drugs, and women still. Yeah. I guess it was just, I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't get free from him. I was so in love. My soul was like entwined with this man. I wasn't the best of the best either, I did my dirt too. But I did mine. No justification, just reason, I guess. I felt like I did my stepping out with him because he was too busy giving everyone else what he couldn't give to me. And I had children by him, and I held him down, tried to keep him clean, drinking, and it was just, horrible. I remember him coming up to me, running up to me actually with a hammer, and his mom jumped in the middle because he was going to hit me in the head with it. All because I didn't want him to leave to go get high. I remember him grabbing my hair and pulling it so hard to where I would hear my neck just crack, and drag me outside, and I was pregnant, and he was going to throw me down the stairs. I remember my 3-year-old son sitting on the bed with a little bat saying, "Mommy, he's not going to hurt you no more." My 3-year-old son, which was my firstborn. Maybe he might have been a little older, 3 or 4. Well, sorry. He was like 5. He came home. I found out he had slept with my sister. And I confronted him about it. We got in the worst fight ever. He took my head. We had a brick wall. We lived in New York. And he smashed it so hard against that brick wall. I remember calling my mom and saying, "This was it. I need to get out. I need to get out of here." And she called the ambulance. I was destroyed. I was all busted up. Went to the hospital and they came in, cops, everyone. They're like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Oh, I got into a fight." And the cops were like, mm-mm. You gotta tell us what's going on, right? So I grew up here and I told them. They arrested him. I went home. He kept calling and I would just fall right back into it. I ended up getting addicted to Xanax to take the edge off. My anxiety was just horrible. I'm a strong woman. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll fight. I'll fist fight you. I'll hit you with whatever I got. But it's not what I wanted anymore. It's not what I wanted, period. You know, I used to see my mom go through it and I didn't want this. This is not what I wanted. And then my daughter was my last baby. You know, I had 3 miscarriages with him being stressed out. And I made a decision to get my tubes tied because I didn't want no more babies with him. And I ended up getting a really good job working with people, helping them get work, helping with the youth, helping with people that came out of jail. I was always a people person, very enthusiastic, and I just love helping people. I really do. Yes, you agree. You agree. My mom came and said she was leaving to Florida, and I cried like a baby. The only one I really had, right? Cried like a baby. I asked her to take my firstborn, my son. He was already 13, 14. She's like, I'll be back to get my stuff. You know, she left her stuff in my house. When she came back, something inside me was like, go, get out, right? He was at work and I did. I left everything. Got in that car, packed it up. We packed a 4-bedroom apartment. 4 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a dining room on a trailer. Dude, like, it's like one of those cartoon movies where you see things going like this and you're afraid it's gonna fall. It was like that, facts. From New York all the way to Florida. Yes. And people were looking at us like we were crazy. But you know what? My mother played Tetris and she knew what she was doing. And we got down there and it was depressing because from New York to Florida, it's a very big difference. You know, you need a car. I didn't know how to drive. I was 33. Just turned 4 kids. You know, I didn't know. I just was like, I depended on him so much. I mean, I worked. I paid the rent. I paid everything. I had to hide my money because he would take it to go get high or drunk, and we wouldn't make rent because he would find it. You know, I was a dancer. All my money would go to. That's a different story. Got down there. Anyway, you want to hear more? You'll get more. Like my show.